So I've already done the other tuners, but I'm just going to kind of go through. So the whole thing's disassembled. I have my 3-in-1 oil, and I have a Q-tip here. I'm just going to coat the Q-tip and go through and just, again, kind of add a protective layer all around. It's going to keep it nice and shiny, prevent corrosion. And for the inside parts, it's going to keep everything just a little bit better fitting and so it doesn't catch. So again, just going through one by one. Each piece, really getting in there, creating a little extra layer of protection all over. Really small pieces, I'm just using my fingers. For the rest, I'm really just trying to rub it on as best I can. And especially with this worm gear, adding that oil is going to be really helpful so it doesn't snag. Keeps everything nice and clean, lubricated, working properly, and working it in. And now we're just going to reassemble it. Alright, so to put it back together, you're going to start off with the worm gear piece and the base plate. And you're going to take one of the spacers. In this one, I actually ended up having a white and a black spacer for this section, but all the rest had 2 black spacers. So you're going to throw one on there in the very beginning. Come all the way through like that. Then on the base plate, you're going to see that one hole is actually larger than the other. So the larger side, you're going to thread that through, and the whole worm gear is actually going to go right through that hole so that it's basically flush on the side. So now you have one of the spacers on the inside. You're going to put the other spacer on the outside. And from there, we have that shaft part right here, and just slides right over. From there, you put the clear or white part spacer, and then you have this part here. You can see it's a broken link. I don't know if that's really shown on the camera. That's like a compression fitting basically, so you put that right over. And then you would put this part on top. Now we're not going to screw that in just yet because we do have to do a little bit of fiddling. Because now we're actually going to grab the gear. Put it right here. Take the post, come through on the bottom. And the post should, if you look at the post, it's not perfectly circular, it's got like kind of an oblong shape to it. So you want it to line up with the gear. And then from there, you drop the black screw in, grab your screwdriver, and just start to tighten it up. I'm just going to back it off just a little bit to get it lined up properly. There we go. Put it right down here. It's a little bit more stable while I'm screwing it in. There you go until it just doesn't turn anymore. Try to snug it as much as you can. Then you take the outer shell, and this is why we didn't screw it on yet. We are going to have to pull this out just a smidge to get this over it. So I'm going to move that spacer out a little bit. Remember the worm gear is here. And then we're going to throw the outer shell right on top of it. And then we can put it back where it was before. Throw the screw in. You can see it looks like there's a little bit of brass showing. Might have left it in the white vinegar a little too long. That's okay. What's more important is the fact that it is clean. Not really concerned with the color for a guitar at this price point. So now we're just going to snug up that screw just to the point where it doesn't turn. Right about so. That'll be nice and tight. So that's how that goes.